Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Drive On Shenanigan video. Today is a special day because today we have a little bit of a different flavor of truck, the HPI Mini Savage Flux RTF.
XS. Don't forget the XS.
XS, which stands for extra small, I think. Interesting enough, like this guy is a tiny little truck, but it packs the power and the speed of some of the larger trucks that we've had the experiences with on this channel. Like, for example, some of the 110 brushless setups, like the Tenacity, some of those faster, like the Baja Ray, extremely fast trucks. And the interesting thing about this is they put it into a tiny little package, as you can see right here.
Tape measure for scale.
It's only just a little bit more than a foot long. So it's a foot long little bundle of joy. It literally says on the hood, it says fun haver. We've been having a lot of fun with it. One of my first impressions is it is a handful. It is just like absurdly powerful. And so there is a little bit of a learning curve there, getting used to it and kind of wielding the power. It honestly reminds me of like a pit bull or like a very short, like little stocky dog like that, because I have had pit bulls in the past and like those things run into your legs and they like will take them right out from underneath you, you'd be on the ground. This thing will do the same.
There's a couple things that don't make sense about this truck at all. The first fact is just the size of it does not make any sense. It's just so small. The other factor that doesn't make sense of it is the fact that it goes 65 miles an hour, which we have not gotten there. I tried it a little bit in Alex's neighborhood and he was just like, not by the cars, not by the cars. It is darn near uncontrollable. And the unpredictability, just the speed, just the sheer power, it does run off of 3S. It's just something in this size factor that runs on 3S is just silly and I love it.
Yeah. So brushless power, and it does run off 3S, but it will also run off 2S, and even on 2S, it is absurdly fast. So like you can have plenty of fun just on 2S, and it's taking your standard, I think like a 5,000-ish size battery, 2S or 3S. It's got nice big battery trays on the side of the truck. You can fit a lot of different batteries in there.
As far as durability goes, like we have really put this thing through the ringer. We've run it into curbs and everything. And something I like about the design is that it has those like vertical fins inside that are just like protecting everything inside of it.
The chassis is like unique.
It almost makes like a roll cage for your electronics, and you need it.
Yeah, and those two plates that make up the chassis is kind of unique to Savages, not just this small one, but the big ones as well. And we actually have one of the 4.6 big blocks, which we're going to be doing a video on in the future, but it's the same thing. And those ones actually have two metal plates. This one is like a composite, like plastic, but you can just tell by holding the truck, it is like very heavy for its size, and you can tell that it is a solid truck and you're not going to be breaking it. That being said, also the electronics that it is protecting in there, they do feel quality. It's running off of all water resistant electronics, and all the electronics honestly feel like higher quality. It has a pretty high speed servo, which I'm assuming is pretty necessary when you have a truck that can go 65 miles an hour. The ESC does seem very nice. We couldn't actually find like what amp the ESC is, but it has a nice fan on it. It's very beefy. Honestly, like I said earlier, it reminds me of something off of a 1/10 scale truck.
So this thing is a little bit spendy. It comes in at $324, and luckily we didn't have to buy it. Our friends at A-Main sent this to us. So thank you guys. You can check out their link below. But I think you guys can kind of decide for yourself if it's worth it. Like it packs a ton of fun into a small package, and this thing is just a handful. So if you like to live life on the edge and never quite know what you're getting, and just like this thing has been a blast. And honestly, it's been probably the most surprising RC car that I've driven.
Kind of like what Austin said, I'd agree that it is definitely a basher, and you're going to get the high performance that you're going to find in similar bashers, such as like I don't know, like a Big Savage or a T-Max or some of those larger, iconic, giant monster trucks. The unique thing about this is its size, obviously, and for a lot of people, it honestly could be beneficial. Like me personally, I have less than like a quarter-acre lot. My backyard is pretty small, fenced in, and I've actually ran this thing in the backyard, and you can wring it out pretty good in a small space, which is fun. You can't do that in such a small space with a bigger Revo or a T-Max or something like that. And so that being said, I see its place. Now, I don't think it is for everybody, but I could see it as being a single car for somebody who, like me, who has a smaller yard, or potentially just like a secondary vehicle that somebody has in the back to take out every now and then. in and wow some people, because it does kind of catch you off guard with how fast it is. It's pretty unique.
If you have people that you want to drive RC cars and you just want to blow their mind, this is the perfect vehicle for that.
Yeah.
That's what Alex did to me.
Yeah. Overall, we've been enjoying it a lot. Thanks again to A-Main. Check the link below to check out A-Main's store. By checking out their store and shopping on their store, not only are you helping them, but you're helping us make more videos. We can't thank you guys enough for that. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. And until the next one, guys, we will see you later.
Is that everything she's got?